Hello, Thumpers, and welcome back to another trailer reaction. How many of these are we going to do tonight? 15 more? 15 more?
Yeah.
So many trailers.
It was
so many
maybe
trailers.
20.
Maybe 20.
It was a real trailery weekend day, man.
It was. We are here to do the trailer reaction for the official teaser / first look at E.T., not E.T., at It.
IT.
Good
no,
Lord.
When people
Good night,
started
everyone.
tweeting stuff about this, I was like, I was not reading it as It. I was reading it as IT. And so I was just thinking of the IT crowd, which is very different than It.
Is this a comedy trailer? The first look
Another
at
wonderful
It.
thing, though.
You guys saw the first trailer. Well, Cam, and you and I definitely saw the first trailer together.
Did a reaction to it.
I
That
didn't do a
shit was
reaction,
terrifying.
but I saw it. Yep. Fun fact about It, when I was growing up, I thought that the cover of this movie at Blockbuster was too scary. So
did you ever do the thing as a kid?
original.
Watch a scary movie and then like grab the VHS tape and put it in like a dresser drawer and close the drawer to be like, too scary.
Yes.
The monster can't get out if it grows out of the tape cover. It'll be stuck in my underwear.
Except for us, like growing up, we mostly had laser discs, so it was like you had to like take the laser disc, which is like roughly the size of
record.
a vinyl record,
Yeah.
and like shove it like underneath stuff in a drawer.
Oh my god, this trailer was the first
Turn
trailer
the cover
was
upside down.
so
Can't look at
scary.
it. Put a blanket over it.
I've only seen little bits and pieces of the original TV movie, the miniseries, because I think as a kid, Pennywise, Tim Curry scared the living hell out of me.
Yeah,
and I have
mean,
not committed
listen,
to it.
there was a clown episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark that I could barely make it through. So
I think all horror. But by the way, do not rewatch that episode. Not because it's scary, because it's real bad. Some of that acting. Let me tell you, those young Canadian kids, they tried. They tried real hard. But there's some shows you can go back to when you watch as a kid, and you're like, it holds up. Are You Afraid of the Dark is not that
it's not one of
show,
them.
but man, if you want a good laugh, there's some great moments of kids just like. As the camera does this to indicate fear.
oh boy.
Yeah, I think every horror show has like a clown episode. I'm sure Tales from the Crypt had one. There might be an
Definitely
X-Files
did.
clown episode. I know there's a circus one.
That's definitely on the bucket
Yeah.
list of shows that deal with horror.
But yeah, Pennywise was huge growing up. I remember the first time I saw the miniseries, I was up in Big Bear at a sleepover, and there was one adult. It was my friend's parents, not my own parents. I did not sleep well that night, y'all.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
there was like a whole season of American Horror Story that was circus. It was freak show. Like clowns are scary, guys.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hello, Georgie.
I have no idea what is in this trailer.
I haven't watched this at all yet.
All right, well, let's oh god, let's go down the rabbit hole together. I guess. Go team.
When you're a kid, I think that you'll always be protected, cared for.
We like hanging with you.
Thanks.
You shouldn't think us too much. Hanging out with us makes you a loser too.
But when you're alone as a kid, the monsters see you as weaker.
Why would you go to a house that looked like that?
You don't even know they're getting closer until it's too late.
Maybe.
Where's the poison ivy? Nowhere. Okay, well, I'm starting to get itchy. I'm pretty sure this is not
Do you
good
use
for
the
my-
same
I did
bathroom as your
crawl around
mother?
in stores
Sometimes,
like
yeah.
that.
Yep,
Then
me
you
too.
probably
Yep.
have crabs.
That's so not funny.
Aren't you guys coming in?
Is that the kid from Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Gray water.
What the hell's gray water?
It's basically piss and shit. So I'm just telling you, you guys are splashed around in millions of gallons of dairy pee. So, are you serious? What are you?
Doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
Have you ever heard of a staph infection?
Also,
Staph infection. So unsanitary. This is literally like swimming inside of a toilet bowl right now. You're the reason why we're in this position right now.
Guys!
This is your...
Get out of there.
Whose sneaker is it?
It's Betty Ripsom's.
What if she's still here?
Nope. I'd be out. Nope. Fuck that.
Oh, that's the point where you're like, no, goodbye. No, just run away, leave.
Terrifying.
I love whatever sound effect that they're choosing for because they used it on the last one too. That horror movie trailers don't do that as much anymore. One of my favorite horror movie trailers is like the Texas Chainsaw classic camera bulb. That kind of indicate things.
Yep.
Sound matters. That was cool. That was also it
does.
felt more like an extended scene.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. Like a first clip.
Yeah.
from
You know,
the movie.
it looked, that made me go, this looks like it's going to start off fun and then everything's going to be horrible.
This is going to start off like the Goonies and turn into
Yes,
something
that's
fucking
exactly what it
terrifying.
looked like.
If you're familiar with it, it actually starts off with little Georgie getting ripped down into the sewers,
Yeah.
and then it gets fun.
I see. Okay, well,
Oh,
they
good Lord.
skipped ahead to the part where it was fun.
yeah, well, they're friends. They're a group of
And
friends
then
now.
they showed like a little detour to where everything was going to be awful.
oh god,
What's the actor's name? Bill
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
He's the youngest Skarsgård kid.
Tim Curry looks terrifying, but also he has this like kind of charm to him as Pennywise,
Yeah.
whereas Bill Skarsgård just looks
He just
fucking
looks so
terrifying.
fucking terrible. I agree. Like to me, like that red balloon shows up. There's a whole stack of red balloons.
God.
They like raise up
So
and you see that
uncomfortable.
face, and I'd be like, nope, I'm out. Just run away.
I
Never
gotta
go back
go.
here.
Yeah,
No.
just that general. Pennywise is the thing that goes bump in the night that you'll hear. Like if you live in a quiet area,
Right.
and you hear like a cracky sound, like that's like sounds like it's a couple
Yeah.
blocks down. That's Pennywise.
No, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if I were one of those kids and I encountered that, I would be like, and we're moving, Mom.
Yeah. We
back in our
definitely gotta go.
lives.
So this, since I haven't seen that mini series or TV movie, the kid on the wanted poster, that's Pennywise, right? That's like the human form.
no,
it's not.
No, it's
it
another
looks just like Bill Skarsgård.
no, that's unfortunate casting. No, that is. I mean, I'm good for that actor. Good for both actors.
Yeah, fantastic.
But no, that's not the. There is no human form to Pennywise.
Pennywise
okay.
is
The
just
clown
he
is-
just is the clown.
Pennywise, we talked about it a little bit in the Dark Tower trailer reaction. Though this film is being put out by Warner Brothers, Dark Tower is Sony. Pennywise, the creature itself, is a manifestation of everyone's worst fear, and it chooses clown to get.
because lots of people are scared of clowns. 'Cause
Well,
they're terrifying and awful and horrible.
There's that, but also because when the book takes place in the 50s, in an era where circuses came through town.
Oh, that makes sense.
And so therefore he was able to be a clown and
Right.
take children, and then the circus would leave town, and the children, it'd be like people would assume the children ran away
Yeah.
or left with the circus. Because the last thing they saw
That's
was the
smart.
clown.
That's how you get away with murdering lots of children. Just assume the identity of something that would naturally be coming to your town
Yep.
anyway, and that kids would be apt to follow and leave
God.
with.
And that's why he's wearing those bloomers.
Yeah, and now I
Right.
feel like it's as relevant as ever because now we have crazy people dressed up as clowns chasing people with axes.
And you got to sit in the past because now Barnum and Bailey's closing. Everyone's
Yeah.
famous story can't have it. So you got to do this story now. Otherwise, clowns are going to be irrelevant.
Irrelevant.
You're
Yeah.
going to like the circus. What's that?
I know. Yeah, exactly. 20 years from now, people are going to be like, I don't understand that. It's like a weird dude in makeup. What is this?
Kids, if you're watching and you're a kid that plays in the sewers, tweet at us. If you're a kid that finds yourself
Let us
bored
know
playing
if
in
you're finding
pipes,
any clowns down there.
If you see any red balloons,
We'll tweet back and tell you to get the fuck out.
run! Pennywise the clown.
red balloons in the sewers. Nope, that is your exit cue. Get the hell out of there.
The
Any
book's
final
great
thoughts
though. If
on
no one's
this
ever read the
trailer?
book, the book is fantastic. Someone said in the last, I did speculate about a scene that I was pretty sure would not be in this film.
Yeah, apparently it's not.
Even if they did both versions, and someone in the comments
Is it too graphic for the film or
pretty sexual
Oh.
involving the children.
Oh.
Someone hit me up on an interview saying that that scene wouldn't be in there, and I'm like, of course, the Warner Brothers is not going to be like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, let's get
Care to share what that is?
Or
Or
is it like too scandalous
No,
for this
it's-
YouTube channel?
I mean, it's pretty basically, I love Stephen King. Stephen King is my favorite writer. Stephen King does so many things well. Sex is one of the weird things that's it's in a Stephen King book. It's kind of strange. Like he comes at it in a way that I'll give him credit. It's not flowery. A lot of writers, especially male writers, when they write sexual stuff or sex scenes, it comes across a little written by one hand is the best way. Like it's a little too like porny.
yeah.
Stephen King doesn't do that. He tends to be very matter of fact, if not a little bit on the side of gross.
Like
a lot of Stephen King
a
books,
little clinical.
a little clinical. A lot of Stephen King books have like racism and stuff as well, dealing with religion
Sure.
and stuff like that because he grew up in the 50s and is white. So I'm sure he's dealing with a lot of different Americana kind of things.
Yeah.
One of the ways the kids, and this is why it's going to be interesting to see how it affects this movie. So spoilers, maybe, I guess, but I don't. Again, the scene's not going to be in the movie, so it's going to be different. The kids decide that they need to form a bond, and the way they do that in the sewers, once Pennywise has trapped them, is they all sleep with each other.
There's just like a child orgy.
With the one girl and all the boys, and it is a very strange scene. If you've read it, you know what I'm talking about.
That's weird.
It's very weird. It's even like it's one of those like it's like the ghost blowjob in Ghostbusters. You forget it's there, and then you come across it when you're reading it, and you're like,
oh right,
I forgot about this. So it's very strange, and obviously, it's not going to be in this movie. I will say, like, it's gross for us reading it, but Stephen King does not present it as like this weird,
right. It's not.
Right,
it's not like fun in the book. It's like
it's not
they
fun.
made this very questionable decision.
Yeah, it's not fun. The boys are not presented as monsters. The girl's not presented in any terrible. But it's like I think
it's very like matter of fact.
In his weird heart of hearts, I think Stephen King was like, sex connects us. And these are children, and they will connect with each other, and that's how they will beat the clown. It's not in the miniseries, and it's not going to be in this film.
That's
but read the book. It's truly a beautiful book. It made me cry the first time I read it. It's wonderful.
How long is the book?
1,300 pages.
Holy Jesus!
The scene I just described is probably on page 1,800. Because there's the thing about this film. We talked about it last time. The book is so much about, and I think this is maybe another reason why, if you were to interview why he did it, he might say, like, I was on cocaine. But it also might be a thing of, like...
I was on cocaine.
Stephen King has openly talked about, like, he doesn't remember writing Cujo. He has no memory of writing that book. It was the 80s, and he was hugely famous. The book is so much about childhood trauma and fighting that trauma and returning to that and all this kind of stuff. And the reason it's such a large book, and some people, I think it earns its length, even despite how big as it is, because it's two stories. It's them as kids and then them as adults. That's what the miniseries was. That's why it's a 3-hour miniseries.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be 2 films. It's now only 1. There has been no adults cast for the children's roles. So this is an interesting case of waiting to see how this film does, which I talked about last time. Will be interesting to see how that affects this story, because again, so much of that story is these adults
dealing with the repercussions
of what happened when they were children.
Interesting.
And so it's going to be at the end of this day, this movie, if it doesn't do well, just going to be a scary movie with kids fighting a clown. Cool, great.
Yeah,
it might not be deeper than that, but that's okay.
I think because Cary Fukunaga's name is attached to because he wrote the screenplay or the story, he adapted it. I mean,
it was supposed to be him. It was supposed to be 2 movies, and he did an adaptation. I believe they did a page 1 rewrite.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much. I know apparently the Pennywise being dressed like old 1920s kind of clown was his idea originally. Pennywise being very young. So there's a lot of Cary Fukunaga's ideas that are carrying over.
Yeah.
But as far as like the script as a whole, I don't know how much of his stuff is intact and how much is just like design ideas and things like that.
I feel like just based on that first trailer, I think and I hope, I mean, we won't really know more until some of the reviews come out. But I feel like the general consensus from that first trailer was everybody was terrified, but they were all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks scary, but it looks to me like it's going to be fun scary and not just like...
It's going to be a roller coaster movie.
Not gross.
I was going to say, it's not going to be gross. It's going to be it's going to be a lot of like psychological kind of stuff, which is the kind of horror that I like.
Yeah.
So I want to see it.
We saw that with the first trailer with the photo.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
good Lord. With that slide. Yep. Oh my God, that was terrifying. Yeah. Ooh, guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about this first look at it, not ET. Let us know what you
read it. And if you read it, please tweet at me because I want to know what you thought of the book and the scene I described.
And let us know if you hope that they do end up making 2 movies and if you're going to go see it or if you're going to be too scared like me, but you're still going to go because you're an idiot.
Oh, I'll be there.
Also, make sure you guys check out our Patreon. We're doing a whole bunch of different stuff on there. One of them being we're doing trailer reactions customized to you.
Commentary tracks. Emma just did Evil Dead 2 with us. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go back a little ways. So you see Evil Dead 2, watch it with us.
And of course, make sure you guys subscribe below for all the latest news and videos from Hyper RPG. Bye.